Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you all are doing well. Today is going to be a lash with me. We're going to be doing this simple eye right here. This is my product list, and then we'll go ahead and get started. So this set right here is perfect for beginners because it is very simple. The mapping is very simple and very easy. We are not doing any spikes today, so we're just literally changing from one length to the next. You will see my client chit-chatting a lot. Our appointments always take like 3 hours plus because we talk so much. So you're going to see her head move up and down. You're going to see her eyes move and this and that. But hey, before we go ahead and go into the mapping, I do want to explain that the tape that I'm using today on my client is not the regular tape that I usually get from Amazon. This is actually the new VEYES silicone tape, and oh my gosh, you guys. If you are a Nest Care like a lover, you're going to love this tape. So go ahead and go buy this tape. You can buy it single by itself for around $5, and it'll be like $4.50 with my coupon code, or you can buy it for $10 for 2. So that is a great deal. When I first started, I did start off with Nest Care, but that was $13, right? And $13 for one single tape was crazy to me. So I switched to like the Nichiban tape, which is a very basic Amazon tape, and I never thought that tape would make a huge difference. But now that I've found this VEYES tape, oh my gosh. Thank you so much to Julie. Her channel, she's a lash tech here on YouTube. I'm sure if you watch me, you definitely know who she is. She actually recommended that tape, and I was like, let me go ahead and see. I've never been one to be picky with my tape at all, so it was just like whatever for me. But I swear I tried it and I was like, where have I been? Where has this been my whole entire life? I absolutely love it. So if you definitely if you don't have a preference for tape, or you don't think it really matters, go ahead and give this tape a try and you'll see how much it really matters. This feels sticky, and honestly I thought it wasn't going to be so great to pull back the lashes or like pull back the eyelid, but I swear it doesn't stick to hairs or like hair fibers, but it sticks so well on the skin. It like, I don't know what the mechanics behind it is, but it's so comfortable for my clients too. It's very thin. I don't know, I thought that the tape that I've been using for like almost 3 years now was perfectly fine. And if you're really on a budget, that tape is fine. But to be completely honest, this VEYES tape is, first of all, not expensive whatsoever, so it's still very budget friendly. And it actually helps even so much more. Sometimes with the other tape, I would get like bad rolls of it, and it'd be like multiple defected ones in a box. Sometimes it will get unsticky like really quickly. Sometimes it would lift because there's not enough stickiness with the old tape that I would use. So sometimes it could just be really annoying, and then I would have to switch to a whole new roll and like discard more than half of the other roll that I just used. But so far with this new silicone tape, it's been absolutely amazing. I'm so glad I bought a 2-pack instead of just trying it out for one, because I'm already almost done with this one, and I've been using it for the last couple of days. So yeah, you're gonna see this tape in a lot more of my videos because I filmed quite a few videos since then, and you'll be able to see how often I actually use it. I haven't touched my other tape in so long. But enough about this tape. Let's go on and get started with the mapping. So for the mapping, I'm starting off with a 9mm in the beginning of my lashes, so the inner corner. And then I'm going to be going to 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15 on the very outer corner. So like I said, we're just jumping one straight to another. We're not doing certain links on certain layers or anything like that. It is literally just one section all the same length, the next section all the same length, and so forth and so forth. And yeah, that is our mapping for today. Very simple. It's very simple, very easy. I feel like I've said that a lot already, but it truly is. It's not difficult at all, and it's one of my favorite mappings when it comes to doing like a cat eye, because I don't know, I love simple mappings, but I also love when I have to add spikes and when I have to, you know, deduct to see which is gonna look better, or when somebody, I don't know, I love everything, but on days where I'm really busy, I do love when a client wants something very simple. But yeah, you guys, also for, I would say, well, the diameter is 0.5 and I'm using around 6 to 8D fans. I do like my fans a little bit chunky. I do like my sets a little bit more voluminous. I like for you to, I don't know, I love volume lashes, and all my clients, you know, come in expecting volume lashes. I am a volume lash artist. I don't really do natural sets at all. Like I will play around with like a W-shaped lash, but as far as like classics, no ma'am, not over here. But yeah, I'm trying to think of what else can I be talking about. I guess isolation. So I've gotten this question before, or I've gotten a message before. Basically, how do you isolate, and like tips and tricks. I know it can be very difficult to see in the video, or like in videos it could be very difficult to see like how isolation is truly done, mainly because my camera is actually off to the side of my client, so the view that you guys are seeing isn't the view that I see, you know. So sometimes it may look like I'm not isolating, or sometimes it'll look like another lash is really close to another lash and it looks like I just lashed both of those lashes. And that just has to do with the placement of my camera, because you guys are on the side, you guys are not in front of my client or like right in front of me, you are off to the side, and that's where I'm filming from. So there's multiple ways to isolate. Of course, you have your very clean isolation when you can perfectly get your tweezers in between the lash and, you know, isolate that way and then place your lash. I want to say that isn't realistic, or that isn't realistic for me. For me, sometimes I can get the perfect isolation and then just get that one lash in between my tweezers and then call it a day. But a lot of the times, you're gonna have some lashes twisted up together that you have to untwist together. Not like they naturally twist together, you know. There's some lashes that are really close to another lash. It all just varies on your client. So one way I do like to help isolation is using my tape. So with my tape, I'll go ahead and pull up the lashes, and that helps separate them a little bit more in layers. I find that when I separate when I lift up my clients' lids and it helps separate in layers, sometimes you just need to stretch out that little section and you'll be able to perfectly see the top layer, the second layer, the last layer, sometimes even the fourth layer, depending on how many layers your client has. So that's one way I like to isolate. Second way is sometimes you can simply use your tweezers and just pull the lashes that you don't want to lash off to the side, and then that lash that you want to lash will just poke out, you know. Sometimes if there is a lash that is really close to a lash that I want to lash, and my tweezers don't want to grab onto just that one little lash, and the other one just keeps on sneaking up and popping back into my isolation like area, I'll go ahead and lash that lash, and then I'll pull up that artificial lash that I just placed to make sure that it's not touching that other lash. You'll see me do that a lot, actually. That's one of my favorite ways sometimes. Also, a thing that you can do is sometimes you will have stickies, and that is perfectly fine. Sometimes you'll need to lash a lash that's really close to another lash, and they may get stuck together. What you do is, as soon as you place that lash down before it completely dries, because you can still do it after it dries, but it's gonna tug a little bit more. So as soon as you put that lash down, go ahead and go with your tweezers and go along and in between those two lashes to unstick them. You'll see me do that often as well. But yeah, you guys, once you really get the hang of it, and you'll know, for me also as well, I like to lash the first and the second layer as best as I can, and then I'll lift up my client's eye like with my tweezers, and that'll expose the last little lash down at the bottom layer, you know. So there's not necessarily one way to isolate. There's many ways to isolate, and I just want to let you guys know that, again, you are seeing a different view from the point of view that I have. You guys are off to the side. I'm looking directly in front of my client. So what you guys see necessarily isn't what I see. So if it ever looks like I'm not isolating perfectly, it's because you're off to the side, or I may be doing something different that you normally wouldn't do. Also, utilize your fingers as well. You'll see me do that a lot. I'll use my fingers and my nail to help shift the other lashes on the side that I don't want to lash, and then I'll use my tweezers. You can also use your tweezers as a pressure point. Once you place your tweezers onto your lash line, you can go ahead and when you separate them, you can stretch out the skin just a tiny bit. Nothing that's going to be super uncomfortable for your client, but help stretching out the skin will help as well. But yeah, you guys, that is basically it for me talking. I will go ahead and stop talking. This video would continue, of course, but if you have any questions, go ahead and leave them down below, and I'll be super duper happy to answer them. I answer all my questions in the comment section, and then sometimes I'll go ahead and answer the question in a video as well, just in case anybody else wants to hear what I have to say, I guess. But yeah, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and comment down below what you guys would like to see next, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.